we need, or is he just?
I think eventually there's going to be a new here, but I think like Penobscot's considering one, or the county. So they went down to check out the.
It was on the state corrections board.
Cushing, and I think it was the gentleman from.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, but a jail.
Oh, a jail person.
Yeah.
Let's rise to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty.
Call to order. Minutes, resolution 26-135, to accept the minutes from meetings of June 17th, 2026 and July 15th, 2026. June 17 minutes require a vote from Commissioner Cezak, Alsop, and Cezak. Is there a motion for June 17 minutes?
So this is the meeting I was at.
Yeah.
Right.
These are the ones that you were at. Yes.
Okay, I motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Discussion. All in favor? All right. July 15 minutes require affirmative vote for Commissioner Cezak, Skillian, and Stepkis.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? To go. Thank you.
I'll
Public
approve your
comment.
minutes if you approve
Allow
them.
members of the public to comment or reserve time to speak on an upcoming agenda item. See no one in the audience or public here. So we will move on to our public. We have no public hearing. Workshop. Review hazard communication policy. Has everybody had a chance to look at it?
Yes.
Is there any questions or discussions?
Sarah's here to
You have any
review this.
input for us?
I have no input other than just to give you a brief overview. It's a board mandatory requirement.
Okay.
Say no more.
Really, the
Waiting all week for this.
short workshop. Plan or that, there's different requirements that have come into the plan that are now updated, and then the biggest change from the last one from 2012 is that each building for the county has its own hazard communications person versus just one person in charge of everything. So,
That's a good check.
yeah, any other questions, I'm happy to answer. But, yeah.
It looked good.
I feel better knowing that if bleach is spilt, we will know how to handle it.
That's
Is this on the agenda for approval later on?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Any other questions or comments regarding?
Fine job.
Seeing none, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
New agenda items, commissioners only.
Good.
And
Thank you. Administrators report. We'd like to, Leanne. Is there anything for us?
I don't have much. We've been working busy with Tree Trail and Meadow Cove stuff.
Yes. Any new things about that? New?
It's fun.
Well, when we get more history, I'm going
Yeah.
to do a cost analysis to see,
Yeah, he's waiting for.
to see if what we're putting in is actually what is being spent. It looks like the typical plan is that percentage that they set for the employer, if we're an average employer, is not really high enough to cover the cost of it. So if that's, we're similar to the rest of the state, within FY 2028, whenever they release it, I bet it's going to be higher than 1%.
I think I have 7.
But we're not on the
cases
states.
roughly.
No, but the thing is, the insurance company, as you know, if they're spending more money than we're giving them, they're going to increase our rates.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, and I have about 7 or 8 cases so far since May.
So we'll see when we get more history, but I'm going to do a cost analysis.
7 or 8 cases ongoing.
Requesting.
Question. We have
Yep.
3 that have been approved.
Yes.
Is that for this fiscal year or the beginning of the previous fiscal year?
It started in June.
And they're
Payment started in June.
Yeah, the first one started in June.
only going to care about policy. They're not going to care about our fiscal year,
Right.
Right.
their policy period.
And we're adapting. We're all trying to figure it out.
But I think the paraphrase here is, we know it's coming, has to be put into budgets. At least thought that this is going to go to 3, 4, or 5%. So as we think about,
Get that high.
it's going to be worse than workers' comp. It'll be worse than workers' comp. You can control an injury. You can't control a family medical leave situation. I promise you, from an insurance perspective, it'll be higher than workers' comp. So, yeah, just prepare for this.
And for
I guess
the
on that-
reasons they can go
On
out.
that thought, roughly where are we in the annual budget for our percentage of insurance coverage?
Well, we're basically contributing about 7.075%. So we're below.
What does that equate to in dollars and cents?
It's about 3,000 per pay period, so we're gonna have roughly 70,000.
70,000 a year.
And you have 3 employees already accepting it.
Multiply that by 3 times if your assumption is it's going to go to 3% instead of 1.
Well, an employee can get up to $1,000 a week. So if you have one person out, of course, on average for 52 weeks, it's 52,000 just one.
And then add in the overtime that if there are others that have to cover for them.
Huge money. So it's our responsibility to fiscally manage that and prepare for that. And I think that's going to be an enormous. I say ours. You'll be in the state. It's your job to go
You'll
get
be
rid
up
of
on the
it.
fence.
I will be relying on your input for sure.
Yeah.
What options do we have now?
So there are none at this point because it's a mandated law, and so it's MEMIC. It's the same as MEMIC versus independent. And the problem is that the state of Maine has set this up in the same exact fashion as they did workers' comp, where you have such a hurdle to get companies in to participate. It takes such a large workforce to do that. 95% of the employers need to do the state option, and the state option is going to get just as bad. My only prediction is that the state will stop the small businesses from being able to elect not to pay and force them to pay. Like right now, if you have under, and don't quote me because I don't know the law because I'm under it, 15 employees, you can opt not to pay and put it on your employees. They pay the 1%, 2%, whatever it is. 1%, thank you. But I don't pay. In the future, that will absolutely change, in my opinion. That is going to go to every small employer in the state. That option to not pay will not be there anymore.
Well, thank you for that uplifting news.
It is
Anything
what it is.
No, that's about it on my end.
Finance?
Finance. The reports that you have in front of you today for FY 2026, should be pretty final. In the sense that the warrant that we're signing today is the last warrant that we're running for FY 2026. Not saying we won't have any stragglers come in, but it should be 99% accurate. And there's no surprises. It's ending basically where we thought it would end. 1 month in on the new fiscal year, too early to really have any type of analysis. It's too early, but labor is still running favorable in the sense that we still have some open positions, and some of the things when it comes to the jail, we may have the positions filled, but some of them are out on paid family medical leave. So even though the head count's there, we're not paying for it. So the labor cost will be lower than budget, even though we have the majority of the positions filled.
Do we have the right, A, or the authority, and B, should we be shifting some of those funds from the jail's personnel regular pay line to an overtime line? Are you going to need, is that something we do, or is that something you can just play with on your own?
At the current time, there is a statute out there that states, and that's one of the things I wanted Tim to do, is reviewing the statutes and what changes. The statute out there that says that if there's a line item within a department that is going to be over, commissioners can move funds from one line to the other. That's not being policed because we, since I've been here, have never moved lines. We just look at a department in total to see if it may.
Were you saying you would just automatically shift that money without asking the commissioners?
No.
In the past?
No, we just run over on one line and under on the next. So if
Well, right, but theoretically, that's shifting money from one line to the
not
next.
the budget. We're not physically changing the budget numbers. You can physically change the budget numbers, make a line come in place. I can move budgeted regular funds to budgeted overtime funds, as long as the budget doesn't change, to show that you're covering that expense. No one actually enforces that statute. So all we look at is actually total county. We wanted to raise $15 million roughly for tax. Do we have to go out to the tax base for more funds, or are we coming in favorably? So we basically manage this on a county level.
I would suggest that we do enforce that, and not from the sense of needing to be correcting one or the other, but for accuracy in the next budget cycle to say, our overtime budget, we needed the extra 100,000 in our overtime budget, but our pay budget was 100 down because of the employee. Well, in reality, if we are full staffed, we need to be accurate in those numbers, because this is not going to go away. This Family Leave
I think
Act.
by moving it, you're going to cause more issues because you're not going to be able to see that the overtime was I physically move those funds.
No, I'm saying when you need the money, don't just to move, like, we need to know our budget was 50,000 under in overtime in January, and we're going to take it from here, but we need to be cognizant of the fact, because this deficiency in employees, meaning Family Leave Act, is not going to stop. It's only going to get worse. And our distorted, we're going to think we have all this money coming back because our labor, our wages are regular, but they're getting blasted in overtime.
I report the variance is based on line items, so you're going to see that your overtime is over budget.
Okay.
So you'll see that when you go into the budget process. When it says year-to-date actions, you'll see what was budgeted and what was actually spent, so you can see if we're over or under on a certain line.
Okay. And is there a way to tag it for overtime? I would appreciate a tag for overtime for family medical leave, meaning they're covering shifts, versus overtime because we need overtime.
You're going to have to talk to the jail on their reporting. I would have to.
Because if we don't, we aren't capable of analyzing that problem, right? We don't know how that money's being dispersed.
What problem are we analyzing and what solutions are we doing? It seems to me that our budget process is pretty understandable, open. I don't feel the need
Yes, thank you.
to place further
Well, the thing is,
reporting.
if they're understaffed, it's not that they're understaffed. Usually, this one person is not. They're understaffed by 3. So are you going to assume that this one person that is out on paid family medical leave, or these other 2 people that are out on sick vacation?
There's a distinction.
Right, but you're asking the person that is doing the scheduling to identify which people that are filling shifts, are they covering because of vacation, sick time,
Yeah, it's a time card issue, right? You can report
Right.
that on your.
that you would have to have a discussion with the jail and the sheriff on that, because that to me is going to be for the person doing the scheduling.
Yeah, it's just that it's an accounting of time. It's not really an accounting of money, meaning I can compensate for these 3 employees, and I know that those shifts that needed to get filled are being filled because of Family Medical Leave Act. Those people work a schedule. That schedule, those slots are Family Medical Leave Act. That can be labeled very quickly in a payroll process. Anything else, sick time, whatever other time, vacation time, that's not.
It's not, the person that's out, it's no issue. It's the people that are filling in for the people that are out. They would have basically have to put on their timesheet that they're filling in for a person that is out on leave. And the employee doesn't know. And the person that is doing the scheduling may have 3 or 4 people out. So how are you going to do? You're going to say 2 hours of this person's time is related to.
And you might be talking into HIPAA laws anyway with regard to confidentiality on that.
I think it's going to be a challenge for them to identify the overtime.
Okay.
But at the same time, we will still know how much is spent on the family medical leave.
Right.
We will have that number.
Now, if that person was the only one out on the shift, it'd be pretty simple.
But anyway,
Sheriff.
any other questions or comments on family medical leave? Anything further in finance?
No, all set.
And David, UT.
We are complete on the paving of Longfellow Dam Road. That was done. We approved the spending, paying the invoice, and did a really good job on it. The shoulders look excellent. Best shoulders I think I've ever seen on a road we had paved. But we're moving on now to bridges. We're going to have a workshop coming up here, either the next meeting or the meeting after. State reports on our bridges every year now that they're degrading the way they are. And I sent all these reports off to our road consultant, Robert Lightbody. So he's going to review those. We're going to have a meeting. The big bridge on the back road over the upper Sandy Stream. We had the engineers look at it. They come out with a plan to replace it, an estimate of cost. That will be involved in the workshop at the time. I'm not going to go through that today. Some options we have. But just want to let you know that that's coming up. A lot of our small bridges need guardrails. Longfellow Dam Road up to Bog Brook in the Dead River Township. They're on the case because guardrails are too low. Well, when we pave the bridge, the road comes up, guardrails are even shorter. So we're at the point now where we're going to have to replace the guardrails on that. We've never done guardrail work before since I've been here, so I don't know how much that will cost. But we'll make plans at that time.
Okay. I just was wondering how much the replacement of the guardrails will affect the paving that's raised the roads.
What was that?
How much the replacement of the guardrails would affect the pavement that's on the bridges?
It won't. It doesn't connect to pavement.
Okay.
Guardrails are usually connected to ends that are placed in the sides of the road, the shoulders. Then it's the concrete part of the bridge that they're connected to. So they're not on the asphalt at all.
Okay.
Machinery, I don't think will affect the pavement.
Yeah.
It'll be all pure before we get to it.
Okay. Anything else for us? No? Any questions? Sheriff?
A few things, we
Maine Sheriff's Association, we've been working with our attorneys to try to interpret LD 71, which was the law that restricts our ability to work with the feds and how we house ICE detainees. So we're still working, completing several meetings about that. Our UT deputy has completed, who's graduated, has completed his FTO program. So we will have 2 deputies in the UT in the very near future, within the week. Waldo, our revenue's up from Waldo. They have more inmates than they had budgeted for, so our revenue's up in that department.
Can I interrupt? I thought we had a kind of a flat fee on that. Do we get to bump them up for extra prisoners?
We do for, so it's broken down male, female, but after they go past a certain number, the cost changes, and which increases our revenue.
They've just paid for a secured number of beds. So if they go below that level, they still pay the
Okay,
price.
I got it.
But if they go over, they just
And that rate increases than the normal rate. Patrol was very busy, 480 calls for service last week, to include a fatal that we covered, a tractor trailer car on Route 201 in Moscow. And just a reminder that we have 3 deputies attending this next academy that starts on the 17th, the 50th levy.
One of those 3 slated to go to the UT for that 3rd position.
We're all in patrol.
We do have a 3rd UT, right?
Yeah, we're advertising for that now.
Sheriff, can I put you on the spot for
Absolutely.
just for a second? Well, I got an email from a constituent that said, "You know if the sheriff's department has a record of traffic enforcement, Steve. I've witnessed cars passing in prohibited passing zones and cannot remember the last time I have seen a traffic stop. My son is a truck driver and every day witnesses several drivers speeding and passing. Is there a report of the traffic enforcement numbers available to the public?" Which I responded, "I do not know with what frequency Somerset patrol deputies make traffic stops. My guess is that it's about the same as with other law enforcement agencies. My general impression is that speeding stops are down generally everywhere. As you may know, State Police and Rural Patrol has cut back considerably over the past few years, contributing to fewer traffic stops in rural areas. I will check with the sheriff and get back to you with more information on this."
We do spend a lot of time in a reactive mode with the patrol force that we have. And for the next 18 weeks, it's going to be interesting juggling act. But for the commissioner, for the next, I will tell you how many cars we have stopped in Somerset County the next commissioner meeting.
Oh, that'd be great. I didn't know whether there was my own general, maybe because I'm sort of a violator myself, but the number of speeding stops sort of generally seems to be off. Statewide.
So they could be. I can't really intelligently talk for that. But I know that our deputies are extremely busy going from call to call.
Yeah, that's my sense.
And their discretionary time is limited.
Yeah.
And summertime, new pavement, we get multiple calls weekly about speeders. I stopped 2 today myself.
Okay.
Don't come on the Melunkus road.
Just
And
to,
if you do, write them a ticket.
Please write me a ticket.
just to go with that, they are doing it at times because there were 2 of them that I saw doing it on my way over here today. So, doing traffic detail. So.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Anything further? Any further questions from the sheriff? Sarah, do you have anything to add for emergency or?
Just a couple of things that we've been up to, so you guys, you feel like we're sort of hidden in the back country of Skowhegan. So just to bring some light to what we've been up to is really working to meet communities where they're at. It seems like everybody in the municipal world is spread very thin, from first responders to town officials. So we sort of like surveyed them to see how our office can actually support them without adding more work to their plate. One of those things was coming up with a fire department resource inventory so that everybody knows what they have. That's been a huge work in progress, using our GIS and sort of like modernizing that so that they can quickly search and figure out what equipment's available. We're hoping to push that further than countywide so that we have a more cohesive system. We also started something called the Community Resiliency Coalition. It has a really cool name and a cool logo, but it's essentially made up of multiple members from different disciplines, so law enforcement, town managers or clerks or whatever that title may be. Jake Friedberg, if I'm saying his name right, is a part of it. And what we try to do is come up with a safety message for a month with perspectives from each discipline so that we're meeting everybody's needs there. And then we do the work on the back end of putting out messaging for them. As most of you are probably aware, we had 2 tornado warnings in the past month and a half. Selfishly, I'm capitalizing on the attention that that's given our office, and we have our partners' attention, so we're going to do an informational session with the National Weather Service, and they'll come and give a briefing on forecasting and what this type of stuff means, and then we'll do a presentation on preparedness for it'll mostly be geared towards town officials and responders, and then they can push that down to the residents. But we got a lot of calls when that happened. People being like, we don't know what to do. I live in a mobile home. Where do I go? So it's not something we experience often, but the better prepared we are, going to be good. I'm going to be presenting at the Maine County Commissioners Association with Aroostook and Penobscot County, so maybe I'll see some of you guys there. And the last thing is, we might see some grants at some point soon, so don't get your hopes up. Yeah, so that's what I got. Thanks for listening.
Well, I know Commissioner Thibodeau from Fairfield appreciates your work.
Nice, I'm happy to hear that. She's been really wonderful to work with. So.
I think we've caught everybody, and you can bring the black iPad up to Leanne. And thank you, and I'll grab it.
That's it. Yep. Okay.
That's for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
No reports. New business, Resolution 26-136 to approve paying community benefit awards to the following applicants for completion of their matching grant projects. New Portland Lions Club, Fairground Electrical Upgrades, $15,000. West Forks Fire Department, Vehicle Radio Purchase, $15,000. And Smithfield Fire Department, tablet purchases, $1,696.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Discussion. All in favor? To go. Resolution 26-137 to approve consent for transfer of items forfeited to the Somerset Sheriff's Office. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second.
Moved second. Discussion. Do we know what the stuff is?
It's a 2017 Sienna, value of $16,000, 100,000 miles, and cash of $1,600.
60,000.
1,600.
No, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong line.
Cash of $1,600, and then a Glock 9mm handgun.
There you go.
So where does that go? I know the sheriff's office.
Sheriff's Department, and then I don't know from there. Sheriff.
So the handgun, it's a gun that we use. That was taken out of this case came out of the Harmony unorganized crime marijuana case, and we might put that in our inventory. 1,600 goes into our drug forfeiture account, which is used for continued drug investigations and some other stuff. And the Sienna, we haven't decided whether we'll use that as part of a trade-in to minimize the cost of a vehicle, or if we can use it for operations. I haven't got a full briefing on that yet, but those are some of the things. Like one time there was a brand new trailer, the guy just bought it that was forfeited to us. We have a lot of use for that trailer, so we use that trailer so we don't have to go to the taxpayer asking to buy that additional equipment.
Thank you. Usually how long is the turnover from our accepting the transfer to you get the material money?
I think as soon as the commissioners approve, it's transferred over. It's in the DA's office.
And the firearm, what becomes of that?
Like I said, we carry blocks, so we'll look to see if we can put that in our own inventory. I actually saw that done personally, and it's fairly brand new, so haven't checked if it's in good working condition. I use it in our inventory.
So we can keep it for our inventory?
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
it's forfeited to the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
Am I correct that this can't be forfeited to general budget line for the county, or is this court-man? Like, why is this, like in towns, it comes back to general fund? I don't know why it doesn't do that in the county situation. But these forfeitures would come back to the general fund.
Is
there a statute on this?
I don't know what I'm asking.
I believe there is a statute on. We're not just hoarding money.
I'm not accusing you of something.
I want to be perfectly clear.
I'm not accusing you of something.
There's a statute that covers that.
We're just transferring.
I can Google it. Criminal forfeitures are government statute.
Thank you.
Oh, the other thing about that is I believe there is a statute that covers it. But at the other hand, our sheriff's offices have putting out a lot of expenditures and man hours, so this helps alleviate those costs as well.
I'm not reporting it's going anywhere it shouldn't be, just asking why.
No? Yeah. I think that we've, for years, have allowed the sheriff to keep it just for that. That question is not new, but. Am I incorrect in that,
You
Sheriff?
are not incorrect, sir.
Well, what goes into the extradition accounts? Is that
The extradition account comes right from the DA's office. So if we have an extradition, it is funded through, so
so they maintain that account?
they maintain that account, we do the plane fares and assign the people, and then there's a reimbursement from the DA's office. And that goes back into, doesn't go into any special account, goes back into the general fund.
Is there a motion in a second? Are we ready for a vote? All in favor? Let's go. Thank you. And resolution 26-138 to approve the recommission of Milton Porter as deputy for the Somerset Sheriff's Office.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Good, thank you. Resolution 26-139 to approve updates to the Somerset Hazard Communications Policy. Moved, second. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. To go. Resolution 26-140 to approve the promotion of Bruce Dean to corporal at the Somerset County Jail.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? To go. Resolution 26-141 to authorize the hiring of Caden Watson, Owen Valadou, and Aiden Bosworth as corrections officers at the Somerset County Jail.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Capital Reserve Expenditures, Resolution 26-142 to authorize the purchase of a 2026 Chevrolet Tahoe police package for the Somerset Sheriff's Office, $58,834.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? If that's a yay. And that's a go, so we're all set there. Warrants, Resolution 26-143, to approve the treasurer's warrant for general fund, Somerset County Jail, unorganized territories, TIF tax revenue, and TIF community benefit for a total amount of $620,222.92. Second. Discussion. All in favor? It's a go. We're all set. Miscellaneous discussion items, commissioners only.
We'll see.
All set?
Sheriff, do we have an update on the FTO situation in the jail?
Yes.
Where we're at there?
Yes.
How that's going?
So we've stabilized the supervisory, the sergeant and the corporal. We've stabilized those positions. The FTO program, we're in the final process of picking 6 to do that, and then we plan on moving forward.
Do we have a trainer guy yet?
Oh yeah,
we have one that's approved.
Well, we got the 6, right? We have the seasoned guy from Waldo that's going to be kind of a mentor for a period of time, and then we're going to pick the best of that 6 to train the trainer, so we can do it ourselves.
The discussion I had was the reverse of that. That's with Matt. When we had that discussion was we're going to find a trainer, train that person, and make sure we have that person defined. It's just a semantic. It's okay. Thank you.
So if I misspoke, that's my interpretation of it, and I'll get clarification for you.
Yeah, I'm just harking back to, I remember saying that box was the important box and the 6 below were.
No, I'm in agreement with you on that, and we are going to get there.
Thank you.
We are going to recess and execute documents, and we're going to come back for executive session. I think there's one thing I need to sign.
Say that
Everyone needs to
in
sign.
a criminal case,
And this is the
it's
one
all
that
over, the
you
judge
need
orders a forfeiture. Gone and gone.
somewhere there.
And it's there. The landlord must provide for the deposit.
Yes, here we are.
Which must be sent to the office of the attorney for the state.
There we are. Thank you very much.
And the reasonable expenses of the forfeiture.
Look at that, all right.
I guess.
But then it goes on to say this: the court may order
The
forfeiture
pen was so scared it just
appropriate
ran away.
to the municipality, county, or state agency that has
John.
an investigation.
Sign.
And then,
Second.
so I think they gave it to us, the county.
Well, I guess my opinion would be is if we're funding the sheriff at an appropriate level, then that money should be going to the county general fund, and we should reappropriate it
Well, I
the
think-
next year to more if he needs it. But that's an accounting level, but that's my methods of accounting, and others are not.
It says that, I don't know how they do it upstairs, so do they issue a forfeiture order that says forfeited to the Somerset County?
I mean, it's 17, 18 grand, it's not.
I'm just looking at the statute, it looks like they skip a step if that's what they did. I don't know, I'll ask Megan maybe.
I'm okay with it. It's
Yeah.
not enough.
I am too.
And if it was $1 million, we'd be talking.
Because when
If we're
property
doing
is,
our job on an annual basis, he should have the budget he needs.
when property is forfeited
then
and
that money should
transferred
come
to
back
a
general fund,
county,
and the next year, if he needs another 18, we give him another 18. But that's just,
it says when property is forfeited and transferred to a municipality, in accordance with section, municipal officers property, when property is forfeited and transferred to a county, same thing, county commissioner shall determine the use. Look at all that, jeez,
All those
I
places.
just brought 2 pens with
That's
us.
what happens when you leave for 2 weeks.
You're not fooling me.
we need to shut the lid off for a minute.
Not yet.
Not yet. Thank you very much.
This is what we're waiting for.
Over to you.
Yes, sir.
You didn't sign this, right? Yeah.
Waiting patiently.
You got it. Good job.
Careful, it's a trick share.
Yeah. This one's-
What is Tim's?
Tim did that to you on purpose.
Here's the deal, God put me together with spare parts, so I need all the money to get it. 7 legs, I was asleep, and,
Did you get it up? It's on this side of the page. Oh my gosh.
There.
Yeah, this one if you want.
He doesn't trust it. Yeah.
it'd be kind of like Lucy and,
I would not do
Lucy
that
in
to
the
you.
football. No, this is really,
I wouldn't do that. But I'll stay and watch you swim.
yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I believe they were on, but anyway. Not yet.
Not yet.
Let's make the motion and go to executive session, then we shut it off.
I would make a motion, we move into.
Second.